Hi, everyone. We are back and we are going to talk about some of the degrees that you can achieve in mechanical engineering and some of the things that you may consider after you finish our program. So, after 4 years from today, you'll all be receiving your bachelor's degree, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering at Cal Poly Humboldt. When you're an undergraduate, obviously you want to try to do as well as you possibly can in your classes, maintain a high GPA. That'll be helpful for your resume. But it's also important, again, use this summer period here in your curriculum plan to try to do some industry internships or to do research. And it's really, really important. Ideally, if you can do 2 internships, maybe 3, or maybe 2 internships and a research experience, or vice versa. You want to experience both of these things, industry and research, because they're going to help inform the following decisions. After your bachelor's, you can pursue a master's degree. Most master's degrees and master's programs in mechanical engineering typically are going to take 1 to 2 years to complete. Some are more focused on classes. You may see an MEng program. Other programs are more focused on research and thesis. Those will probably take a little bit longer to complete. But I would typically say try to find a master's degree that actually does have a required thesis. That's going to be much, much better for you. Downside of getting a master's is very limited financial aid for master's programs. The benefit of master's degrees is that you're going to have, again, more job opportunities in industry, start at a higher salary, so it's something to consider. A PhD program is the terminal degree, so it's the highest degree you can get, the last degree. It will be very research-focused. It can typically take between anywhere from 3 to 8 years, most likely on the order of 5 to 6 to 7 years. Again, it's required for a career in academia, so if you want to be a professor, typically that's the degree that you want. It'll open up a lot of doors for you. A good benefit of the PhD program is that it can be funded. So there are a lot of degrees or a lot of ways that you can pay for that degree, sometimes even by teaching, potentially. Downside, takes quite a long time, extremely competitive. We talked about the passing rate for those qualifying exams, so it is arduous, but I would say it's well worth it. Now, how do we decide between a master's or a PhD, or whether what you want to do that? This is why it's so important here in your undergraduate to do these research experiences in industry. If you do not like industry and you've done several internships, you definitely want to start to consider doing a PhD if you love research. If you do not love research, no PhD. You are going to be in the lab for these 5 to 8 years consistently. You really need to enjoy and love research if you want to pursue a PhD. So if you don't like research, no PhD. You want to pursue maybe a master's program, maybe an MBA. If you really like industry and if you love that setting, if you love that, that style and you want to make that your career, it is extremely helpful if you want to pursue a master's program, if you want to pursue an MBA, especially because as you kind of climb the company, it tends to be more business focused and business facing. So this can be a very beneficial degree potentially so that you can move up in that company. So these are some things to consider as you kind of progress through our program to see what you like and start to plan ahead for these things. So always communicate with your advisor, get some advice, talk with your peers, and see what path is best for you. But for now, enjoy your first week that is going to be done soon for your mechanical engineering program, and we'll see you in the next video when we get into a brief introduction to statics concepts. So we'll see you then. Thanks. Bye.